want to ask you, as a defense, how much you kind of watching with anticipation about how this offense is going to do this year, knowing that, maybe a little less pressure on you guys, or they can put up more points, that kind of thing. How do you think that's coming along?
Well, we always have faith in our offense, and we're not really looking at it that type of way. We're just looking at it as good on good competition. We got our best guys going against their best guys, so just good competition all around that practice.
What's your impressions of with Swift and Harry gone, kind of what you're seeing from Zamir, Cook, and the other running backs in terms of, if they can maintain the level or even pick it up more?
Oh, there's no drop-off. There's no drop-off. They bring so unique, bring both things, multiple things to the game. It's really fun to watch and really fun to play with her. They're both fast, so it's giving me a hard time at practice trying to catch up after them. But, I love them boys both.
Thank you.
Chip Towers. Chip?
And then, Jordan, thanks for doing this. Real quickly, it seems like your career, we've been you've played a lot, but we've been waiting for sort of like that breakout year, or whatever. Kirby's always talking about, well, we want to lose a little weight, or, he's playing in this package but not in that package. Do you feel, with being an upperclassman now, like everything's finally coming together for you to realize all that potential that everybody talks about when it comes to you?
Definitely. I know it's a lot of pressure on me. I put a lot of pressure on myself for this year, especially maintaining my weight and getting active, running a lot more, trying to run a lot faster during practice. Just try to compete, and I feel like everything will fall into place once the season start rolling around.
You're a big guy. Do you ever get tired of that? Do you get tired of talking about weight and that kind of stuff? And I'm sure it's something you kind of have to deal with actively as well with the nutrition folks and everything.
Yeah. Talking about it is not an issue for me. It's more motivation for me. Just want to make sure I'm in the best position and condition that I am for the team.
Anthony Dasher. Dash?
Hey, Jordan. Good to see you, man. Kind of a follow-up on what kind of Chip just asked. The older you've gotten, has it become easier for you to kind of keep yourself in the desired condition? Or is that something you continue to have to really kind of work on? Yeah,
definitely. For myself, quarantine was hard for me to keep my weight in check, but we got it back down, regulate it, and just trying to progress every day. Just move chip lower and lower, move faster and faster every day. Look at myself in the mirror sometimes, and I'll be like, dang, you're really slimming up. So it's just good to see the progression.
Just real quick follow-up, another quick question. When you look at this year as a defensive line, what's different about this year's group as opposed to the one last year?
I don't see any different. Everybody, we play the same role. Dan Lennon, he calls the framework of the defense. We play between it. So there's really no drop-off. There's really no changes. We still playing the same plays, same calls. It's just you got to have the mentality. It's really the mentality for us. We want to create havoc. So, if they had that dog mentality, it's always going to be with us.
Thanks, man.
All right, Seth Emerson. Seth?
Hey, Jordan. Simple, open-ended question. How will Georgia's defense be different this year?
That's a hard one. We got depth this year. I can say that. We have a lot of depth. A lot of young players are coming up, filling roles. We have to keep a next man up mentality because, with everything, coronavirus, anything can happen this season. But I can't say that the young boys are really buying in, chipping in, and it's been fun to coach them and play with them. So I can say depth for us is great this year.
You guys were deep last year, though. Are you just even deeper?
Even deeper. We in too deep. That's how it is.
Connor Riley. Connor, question?
Yeah. Hey, Jordan, how have you improved from your sophomore year to right now?
I've been working on technique-wise. Look at a lot of game film from last year, my freshman year. I feel like I played too loose. Just want to tighten down on my technique and also keep the power and strength that I also have naturally and just push the pocket. Pass rushing, working on my pass rush ability. That's why I have to keep running, keep gunning. But this pass rushing and technique, that's my biggest things for me.
And then Jalen Carter is a freshman. A lot of people have talked and raved about so far. What have been your impressions of him?
Love him. He's like a little brother to me. As all freshmen goes, as I did myself, we have little walls and we hit the humps. But just trying to figure out ways to push through and help him so he can help us in the defense.
Jake Rowe. Jake?
Hey, Jordan, I asked the same question to Nolan, but, with DeJuan Mathis having a chance to kind of win that starting job, last year he was able to kind of come in and play on the scout team after being out for so long. Do you remember or recall like him stepping onto the field when all of that happened and kind of what you thought about that? Were you excited? Were you surprised? I mean, it seemed like to us when Kirby told us, it just kind of came out of nowhere. Like, yeah, he's been practicing on the scout team. Was it that sudden for you guys?
I can't really say for sure, but anytime where I see DeJuan, especially with his story, it's always great to see him on the field because he couldn't have had that opportunity. Like this could have back then it could have been done for him, but it's great to see DeJuan and his progression. He's practicing very hard. He's making me practice very hard, trying to keep him in the pocket. He's a very elusive player, but it's just good to see DeJuan practicing. That's I'm sure he thinks of that way. He's blessed to practice every day, as am I. I'm blessed to practice every day too.
Dean Legge. Dean?
Hey, Jordan, I want to take you back to your senior season at Mallard Creek when y'all played Zamir. I don't remember you tackling him that night, did you? And then second –
I was an offensive tackle that game.
Okay, I was going to say.
Backwards.
What did you think of him that night when y'all were out there?
I knew it. He's actually one of the reasons why I was so heavily influenced by Georgia. Another North Carolina boy coming to Georgia, and I just seen the way he played. And I was like, I want to be a part of that. So it was just good seeing him in person, in the flesh. I always heard about him, but I never really saw him to that game.
Okay, Greg Poole. Greg?
Hey, Jordan. Your sacks and tackle for loss numbers went up dramatically from your freshman to sophomore years. What kind of stats, personal stats, do you look at to judge your progress as you go into your junior season?
I actually look at the linebacker stats because I know if the linebackers get a lot of tackle, that means I'm doing my job right. So I always say 2 on me, somebody's free. And so usually when the linebackers make a tackle for loss, it's usually dealing with something on the D-line.
Thank you.
Jed May. Jed?
Hey, Jordan, how are you?
How you doing?
You mentioned those young guys coming up a minute ago, and I wanted to ask you, especially at a position like D-line where y'all are constantly rotating guys in and out, how do those young guys sort of pushing you older guys help you guys avoid being complacent and sort of thinking, you're good enough when you've got guys like that pushing behind you?
I would say I feel like this year, I know the scheme a little bit more in depth. And I know it enough that I could teach somebody. And usually Coach Scott always says it's a mastery level when you could teach somebody else what you're doing. And so just being able to do that and keeping myself in check mentally and physically, everybody's going to push. It's a competition every day. I don't think anybody's complacent on this team. Anything can happen. You're not like a superstar, but it's just being able to teach the young boys. And then if they take off and run, then hey, that's passing the torch. So I'll be proud of them for that. So.
Okay, Jillian McIntyre.
Hey, Jordan. So I asked Nolan the same question, but when it comes to home field advantage this season, I know that the energy and noise usually in Sanford really helps the defense make those big plays. So how do you think the changes in the atmosphere will impact you and the rest of the defense?
I would say for me, I'm usually zoned in, I'm locked in, and the crowd noise does help, especially when we're stemming and everything. But I think if we're just focused on ourselves, focused on the defense, then it should be no drop off and no issue dealing with the crowd.
Thank you.
Time for one more question. Blaine Gilmer. Blaine?
Hi, Jordan. Just wanted to ask you, man, obviously it's exciting anytime any of your teammates get a chance to go to the NFL and you're always happy for them, but how excited were you to see Malik Herring come back and provide that senior leadership this year for you guys in interior?
I love it. I love Malik. Like he's my older brother. I consider everybody on the D-line, especially one of my tightest brothers. So just seeing him come back for his senior year, it means a little bit different for him. It means a lot more. So I want to do everything I can for him that he can be sent off the right way. And even Devontae Wyatt, I want to make sure I do everything right for him too.